And
that one's me.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Trustarscreamer. And with me is the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Partsformer here. And yeah, this T-Man guy who hangs out with us every now and then.
Hi, I'm here as well.
And it is Thursday. It is 9 o'clock. And there are 3 people here. And I appreciate each and every one of you.
No, that's not true. There's one he doesn't appreciate, but we're not saying which.
Well, we got Toy Mafia here playing tribute to Nightwingham. You know, no one could give me shit better than him. I just gotta say, it kind of every now and then I just think back. I mean, not even joking. I do miss that man. We got Winston here. It is Thursday night. Let's get this party going. I am sorry I won't be seeing you this year at TFCon, Winston. So, somebody stand on a chair and give him a high five for me at the convention. Because dude, you do not understand. If you've never seen him, this dude is tall. I mean, everyone's
I
tall.
could probably reach. I could jump. Hop up.
I've seen this Venom bite guy around. So you know, I'll give him. We're in good. So I know we're in good company. And of course, Professor Soundwave, we'll be talking Transformers just for you and Marion when he comes up, because we know Marion loves.
Yeah, we weren't going to do it, but now you're here. We're going to do
exactly.
it.
Exactly. We're just going to go straight. Aquatechy, awesome. And the rest of you guys who decided not to hit that comment button, you know, we'll talk to you eventually. But for those of you who are here, please hit that like button. A quick reminder to everybody that we will not be having an episode next Thursday. It's Halloween time. Some of us will be spending with our families. Some of us will just be curling up because, you know, it's a night off and we all just are tired and need a night off. T-Man, quit waving your hooters in front of the camera. I know you got a pair of them over there. I'm a little punchy, guys. I'm normally Thursday is my day off, and today was not my day off. So if I'm a little off on things, it's just going to be how it's going to be. It's like it's staring in our soul.
Hi. It's a good place to start.
So I guess, you know what, man? You wanted to put yourself on, you wanted to draw attention to yourself. So Mike, it's good to see you, but I got one request for you.
But show me what you got. I want to see what you got.
Did you got anything?
Friendly channel. I can't show that. I'm tired. It's been a day. So this is, I guess, maybe the second night for streaming. Last night I was on Unboxing Art's news stream last night.
That was a good
Paul
show.
And Joe A. Yeah, it was a good show. Joe is really cool. I didn't get really a chance to meet him until this week. Paul, stand-up guy from West Coast, and then Art, you know, another Maryland YouTuber, great guy. Going to be leaving the state soon, so best of luck with him on that. But stuff, I don't know what I showed before, but I guess we'll start off with things. I got 2 of these guys, these retro Cobra Troopers. They're cool, other than the fact that they're given sniper rifles, but they can't use them. Anyway, keeping up with Hasbro, because they can't. I picked her up, so now I have at least one of each of the 60th anniversary. So I'm probably going to do them all together and stuff. But if I'll rank
to hear your thoughts on her. I very much look forward for your thoughts on her. I haven't picked her up yet, so maybe you can talk me into pulling the trigger or talking about pulling the trigger.
You're going to review them all good.
Well,
it's just this
I'm
week.
not going to go in my usual rambling with each one. I'm just going to try to do the highlights. Anyhow, 2 things that kind of go together. One I don't have yet, but thanks to our friend Extra Zero. He picked me up a one of the animated Batmobiles for $23 on clearance. And then he was nice enough to send me a link on Amazon to get myself a Batman to go with it for $16. So thanks to Jordan for that. I showed these earlier, but I was at Walmart getting stuff for the kids, and I grabbed 2 of those blind boxes of the Blokies. So this is like the series 1. I didn't realize they had like 6 series. So
I didn't realize they were in Walmart.
Yeah, $5 each, and I got Ratchet, and I got the secret Optimus Prime, which I guess the secret is he is in metallic paint and he has an axe.
He looks good.
Yeah, they're actually not too bad. They're kind of easy to put together, and they have a lot of articulation because they're all ball pegs. So yeah, they're cool.
How much?
These were $5.
Oh,
He looks shiny.
He is shiny. He's, like I said, I don't know if he's special because he has the metallic paint on him compared to the other one. I'm not sure. I know T has this guy as well. So
yeah, I think that's true. That's the paint is the secret. But for $5, the world's smallest toys are like $5.
Yeah, these are about what, 3 inches or so. Hold on. Yeah, 3 inches. I received.
That's 2 penis jokes for you, Mike. Very good. Keep going.
Thanks. From D13 Toys earlier this month, I got some pink steel brigades for breast cancer awareness. But Chris Garrich from 4 Horsemen and D13 Toys was also doing a kind of charity figure thing. So I got a purple Pepto-Bismol pink angel from them because this is kind of in honor of my mom who passed away from it. And I got number 1.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
That was pretty cool. Forgot to go back with other stuff with blind box. I got a Skibidi.
Okay, I almost got one too, so I don't feel so bad.
You're probably smarter than mine because
did you open it already?
Yeah, I did.
It's camera guy. I'm gonna say it's camera guy.
Oh, you're close. Now, before I do, there is the wave. Hopefully, this isn't too reflective on things, but you got cameraman, speaker man, toilet guy, TV woman. I got. Sorry, taking too long. But I got Plunger Man. Got a plunger up his butt and one in his hand. So
Plunger Man. Man.
Skibbity dop dop deep deep.
I forget how much this was, but
I think they're like $7. I think they're like $7.
All right, well, bucket list done. No more.
Another,
now I might have to just pick one up just to see which one I get. I got it.
Well, I'm definitely not spending $50 on a toilet because half of that is just the big toilet.
By the way, Mike, I have to say your joke earlier was so good. The Titan had to comment on that before saying hail. You de-hailed the Titan. That's how good that joke was.
It's all about being specific and scientific. So, but last but not least, for eBay fun stuff, I found a really cool set for less than what I was looking or what I was seeing on the aftermarket and also on Amazon. But for $50, I got an incomplete, but still, I got the Punisher set with a motorcycle. So finally, I can display at least a dreadnought on a hog. So, but yeah, that was more than enough of stuff that I had gotten. What I don't have is my Big Bad Toy Store shipment, which I explained last night. Still waiting on FedEx to complete their investigation so they can tell Big Bad Toy Store that they didn't deliver my figures. So we'll see when that comes around. But That's all what I got. But just to knock some hoots out, T-Man, what did you get?
To answer, hold on, let's answer the question real quick. What is that toy line? It's a internet web series called Skibbity Toilet, and it's ask a Gen Alpha. They'll tell you all about it. It started as a meme, like short video, and now it's evolved into multiple seasons and a whole storyline about these singing toilets that invade Earth. So if you do just half a heartbeat's worth of searching on YouTube, you'll find it. You'll find the series. It's anybody that knows video gaming, like it was done in Gary's mod, and it's just like, it's nonsense. I watch more episodes than I want to admit, but because it's kind of catchy. And it's ever escalating, like the army of toilets invaded, and then the cameramen fought back, and then some gigantic toilets invaded, and then there were robotic giant cameramen, and then there's robotic giant T-Man, how are you?
I am worse now.
Me too.
But I got some trained owlbears. Just, I didn't find these. $2 review found these. And I paid for them. Shout out to No Effort Randomness. He did offer, but I knew he was gonna try to send them to me for free, and I just got a whole box full of free. So I don't want the bad karma to circle back around to me, the chicken and everything. But I did get Motormaster Animated Universe from Walmart. The only place I've ever seen them.
Yeah, I saw them at Walmart the other day. I didn't bite though.
I like them. I like them more. Well, I already liked Optimus. So
Yeah.
this is the Optimus with a bad guy mustache.
Yeah.
I kind of like that one better than Optimus. I'm just saying, I kind of like that. It's got a little more panache.
And I went to Ross and went to the front, and I saw this guy for the Ross price, so I finally picked him up. And also, while I was at Walmart, I got this guy, Quake, and I heard people complaining about him, and I kind of feel like I know why. He is a loose rep in certain areas. And at GameStop, I finally seen this Huntress. I don't know how long she's been out. I assume she came out as soon as we reported on her, because that seems how McFarlane always do it. But she's cool, and I need to review this at some point. But that's going to be it for me. Matt, come back and talk about toilets some more.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you had the transforming toilets from a few years ago, it would fit right in. Who did that? There was a third-party company that did the transforming
And you
urinal.
know Deluxe Baldwin has them.
Yeah, yeah. I've actually found quite a few situations that I wish I had them. So I kind of wish I had.
I think it was Toy Notch that did them, actually.
Yeah, you're right. I might have to go back and see if I can chase one down because I'm super rich and can waste money on that shit. I was wondering too, do you think it would be better? I mean, we're all getting up there in age. If I do the camera like your aunt, that you talk to through FaceTime, like really close while I'm talking, is that?
I can.
Uncle Tommy, we need to back up.
My aunt does not communicate through FaceTime. I haven't spoken to her in years. That was because my wife had me throw out the Ouija board.
Right. So, and Ouija boards are getting pay per play now. You have to actually pay per letter now. So you have to subscribe. So, the only thing I got new this week was courtesy of T-Man 978, who knew I was looking for one and sent me over a G1 Optimus Prime from the newest series. So I almost skipped him. I'm glad I didn't, because he's a lot of fun.
Is he doing the Charleston?
Yeah, he's just living his best life. He's just being
painful.
He looks like he's about to cut loose, foot loose.
Right. Yeah. He's gonna go full Kevin Bacon and just dance the night away. So
I don't know. It looks like he's hitting Gundam style.
so that's it. I've got a few things in transit that I'll get here tomorrow or maybe over the weekend. We'll talk about them. Talk about them next week. Dave, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I actually got a pretty cool stack of stuff here, and then I got a box coming from freaking coming from Valaverse. It's supposed to be tomorrow as well, so stuff is on the way.
I haven't got mine yet.
Well, mine just shipped, so I just got the shipping notice yesterday, so it's supposed to be arriving tomorrow. I haven't got a chance to really open these up yet, but I was able to get this from a Facebook group. Come on, get out here. These are called Cosmic Creations. There's a trio of Chinese warriors. Come on, get out here. There we go. You guys remember the Nada toys that came out last year? Where they had like the mythical warriors. Yeah, these are kind of like that with Chinese warriors with soft goods and such in them. So I was able to win a contest, and I got all 3 of the first wave. So hopefully I'll be able to do like a special video on that. I messed around with one of them. I'm glad to have them, but I'm also glad I didn't pay for them, if that makes sense.
Is this the same company that did those Elemental Warriors from last year?
No, that's what I'm talking about. Those are the Nada Toys ones. It's very
Gotcha.
similar. It's not the same company. It's not the same build either. There's definitely a difference.
Okay.
But they actually are on 5K Gundam and 5K Toys if you want to see what they look like. They're called Cosmic Creations. Also got from Walmart my Night Force good-looking Falcon and Coral. And yes, this face sculpt looks a hell of a lot better.
Oh yeah, I forgot I got those in too. I just don't know where I put them.
So,
Did you order that or you found it at Walmart?
oh no, I ordered this. So as opposed to my Venom, this one actually showed up. Staying with the classified series, I've also got my Starduster in. So whole lot of reuse. I don't care. He looks pretty neat. He looks like fun. This is a figure I told myself I wasn't going to get. I tried to talk myself out of getting, but I also had Target bucks, so I didn't have to pay full price. So I did get the Let There Be Carnage. I'll be honest, it was the combination of the ball joint and the ab crunch on here that I realized I could get him in some very vicious poses. So
yeah, he's a good looking Carnage.
Yeah, I still wish he had a little more slender trunk to it, but I know it's supposed to be movie accurate, so I said fuck it and I got it. And then finally, this arrived today from Hella Dope Toys. I got Mega Man from Jada Toys, which, by the way, Hella Dope Toys is starting to run a closeout sale. And if they actually take my advice, they should be saying that Hella Dope needs these figures hella gone. If they put that on their site, I came up with that. But this is going to be... I'm getting this for a Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. I'm not going like all the Robot Masters. I will blatantly say when Proto Man comes out, I will probably get Proto Man, and if they make Vile, I'll get that. But that's.
I'm sorry. Did you say that's the MDLX version?
Oh no! Did it twice.
No, he's just pouring salt into the wounds. That's all.
MDLX. So don't. Those went down in that cargo ship the other day. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, right.
That's the one that said Matt McCardell on it, though.
Yeah, you know that they already showed off the Proto Man, right?
Yes, that's why.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I've mentally committed that I could absolutely just have Mega Man, Proto Man, and if they do Vile, because I think Vile just has a really cool design.
To answer Professor Soundwave's question real quick, I have the Figma Samus Aran from Metroid Dread. I didn't get the Emmy though because it was a little too pricey, and I didn't need it. So it's one of my favorite figures, if that's what you're asking. It's absolutely. I hate Figma prices. It's worth the Figma price.
But
and the MP scale swindle, we are going to probably talk about.
Yes, we will.
Sure.
But so let's As the man likes to say.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
There's a lot going down. Do you guys should we talk about the initial Transformers? We just go ahead and address the elephant in the room and the title of the show.
Yeah, let's talk about the transfer. Let's get some good stuff out of the way first.
So, alrighty then. Let's talk about fun toys here. Studios, listings have gone up for studio series. Hatchet, the one that we never got from the movie.
Am I supposed to remember that? Because I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. So in Dark of the Moon, this was actually one of my favorite. As weird as it is, this is actually as close to as true Seekers as we got in Dark of the Moon, except they were black SUVs.
Okay.
There was Crowbar, Hatchet, and what's his name? But they're the
yeah, Crowbar. I remember. Yeah, but wouldn't this be a better Ravage? It looks like a better Ravage.
No, it was just one of these SUVs turned into a four-legged version of them. I thought it was actually pretty novel, actually. And this is what they were the ones that chased after Sentinel Prime.
Cool. I barely remember that movie, so that's on
me. I don't blame you, but I'm just like, this is one of the few good parts, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
You watch TV, you've probably seen one of them getting slammed on a car over and over again.
That I did see that, but that was on a different webpage.
Yeah, that's when Matt saw that. The only thought that went through his head was, I should call her. But
right.
But I haven't been really getting into these, but I do like the fact that you're getting 3 identical vehicles with 3 different transformations and robots. So I can totally see an appeal for that. So we got Hatchet, and then we also have is this one's another Scorponok?
Name is Double Punch. Yeah.
That's Schlordertron, I think.
Yeah, it's taking a second to load here because my internet sucks.
Double Punch.
Yeah, Double Punch, right. Which is basically a Scorponok repaint.
Yeah, classic character. Classic.
But I think the big one here is Studio Series Galvatron. And it's still the base Galvatron mold, I think, with just better paint. Am I wrong?
It's the same figure, with different paint.
Which I think is kind of counterproductive of the whole Studio Series, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I mean, I know they did that with that Starscream, the Coronation Starscream, but it's Galvatron.
People weren't happy then either.
Right.
That was a bad call too.
This one, somebody made me go back and watch my review, and I said it then that this mold was already Studio Series, but they just released it as a Kingdom figure because it comes with everything that you need to be a Studio Series figure, like the motions on a chain. Yeah, those two guns that look like the spaceship.
Yep. Isn't this the third time this one's been released?
Yes, it has. Yeah. They had the Earthrise one, which had like the dirty paint on it. Then they had the Evolution one, or whatever, which was cleaned, and now this one's the right colors. So, kind of a dick move, actually. But
I mean, do we want to count the releases for the Megatron mold? Do we want to even go down that road?
It was released 3 times before this because they had the toy color version.
The only thing I'll say with this, I'm not gonna say in defense of the Megatron, but at least they tried because they put like different accessories on them for like the one that was the miner, and they tried.
He was Frankenstein too.
Yeah, Frankenstein. So, and then of course, surprise, we're getting video game Skywarp. So,
yeah, at least he's got a different weapon.
Yeah,
he still has the mace though. But
yeah, but the blaster equivalent is different.
Yeah, I personally wasn't a fan of this Studio Series one. I actually still like the original Chug version of them. I think they really did a good job with those personally. But of course, scales change and things like that.
I still have that. The color scheme is ugly on this one and that one. The Skywalk to me.
For those of you going to TFCon, here is your one of the exclusives from why am I blanking on their name? Fans Project.
Fans
Hobby. Yep.
In my opinion, this is the perfect a perfect exclusive figure, where, God, my internet is sucking again today. I like my broadcasting pretty well though, but Nemesis Energon Prime. Cool, but nowhere near essential for your collection,
How was the original release?
Are you gonna get it?
Me? No.
You just want the original release?
No. Was that like a BotCon exclusive or something?
This?
Oh, you mean the original release of this color scheme?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was.
I don't think they made one.
We were being shown comparisons in one of the chats.
Not in my chats. Not in one I'm in.
Yeah. But
No.
I
know
agree.
I know you're a chat slut, T, but not that I'm shaming you on that.
Yeah, this is I can safely say this is a version of Prime that I don't care about whatsoever. It's a little too Power Rangers-y for me.
Well, I mean, I will say in general, I really was not a fan of this Prime, and it made me so mad that Fans Hobby made this Prime look cool.
Right.
But I'm not sitting here going like, oh crap, could TFCon pick this up for me. I think this is, again, a perfect exclusive.
This is one of those, if you've been a fan of Get Right Robot and his painting and prepping for these, then yeah, you're going to get it because you're doing it for that person's work versus actually getting the figure. I mean,
and to be fair, like, it's a cool design for sure. It's just it's not my thing, but it's cool design.
Yeah. Now that's the only exclusive that's been released so far, right? So like MMC hasn't said anything or
Correct.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Well, and traditionally though, I think we have all with the TFCons that I've been to, both of them. They're usually pretty good at holding their cards to their chest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just waiting on Ramhorn. That's the only one
which we already know is going to be until 2025.
The Titan's got it. Grand Scourge, and that was actually it was a model. It wasn't a toy. It was a model.
Yeah.
Took me a minute to click that one in.
Yeah. And that was the first thing I asked too, Mike, was Ramhorn, and I've been confirmed several times over that it's not coming out till 2025.
Okay, well, I'm safe then.
Yep. Yeah, that's straight from MMC. That they said look for a early-ish 2025 release. So definitely will not be at this convention unless they're playing us all for fools.
I thought this was cool. Some early concept art for Transformers 1.
Look at that art.
Oh, speaking of which, when does that come out on Blu-ray? Anyone remember?
I don't know. I just know the digital release was this week.
Now, I think.
Yeah.
Usually like a month later or something, maybe. I imagine before Black Friday.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Titan, for answering my question. $270 for that exclusive.
Low production. It's probably a lot of die cast.
If it's
no, Fans Hobby doesn't use a whole lot of die cast. They're very solid plastic.
It's overpriced. What can I say? It's low production. But this concept art looks really cool.
Yeah, good movie. Go see the movie.
Support the movie.
Yeah, why don't you, if you, I don't know if you have a list of things. Let's talk about that swindle.
I gotta find it first. I don't know.
Find
if
that
it's
swindle.
I don't know if it's on TFW or I'm gonna have to find like something like
Go-
Dame
go-
Shot on
Go
that one. I
to
don't
go
have
to
it.
Magic Square's website.
I'll
They
go
got
to
the
Magic
pictures.
Square's
They
website.
got all the pictures. They got pictures of their product. This thing is very exciting.
It's the bee's knees.
It's the bees everything, like the antenna and the little like powdery like poofy neck piece that little bumblebees have. It's that too, whatever that's called.
So you both bought Brawl, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
For this one? Okay.
Dave, go to the top, go to their menu, go to characters. Oh, there you go, right there. Good job. And it's free. Look at that. It's free. $0.
These pictures don't blow up.
They don't. Oh, it does on my phone. So I guess
There we go.
Look that.
hey, there you go. Damn it, Dave.
God damn it.
Look at him.
I am looking at him. Swindle is my second favorite Decepticon.
He is fantabulous. Like Dave, even if you don't want to get like these figures are not super expensive. Even if you don't want to get the entire combiner team and he's one of your favorites, I would highly recommend just picking him up.
Of the Decepticon combiner teams, the Combaticons were always my favorite.
Okay, well then get these guys.
I kind of want but if I wanted to get a set, I wanted to get the MMC, but
No, don't get the MMC set. Get these guys.
They're fun with posable fingers and their wrist go out like this.
Yeah, and it's a Jeep that turns into a shin.
Yeah. You don't have to do anything but stick them on there.
That's not entirely true, but
I do like how that compacts.
yeah.
But you might have to open a flap up and then stick them on there.
They're just like, I mean, they look like the perfect figures that you could do like stop motion animation with, and they transform
God damn
in
it.
2 different modes.
That pose is killer right
That's
there.
that's the pose that I've been seeing people kind of
Yeah.
fall over.
I thought I shared that. I put that in the group chat and then I was like,
You did. I just had to. I had to.
Now, was Braun painted, or was he more just the colored plastic?
he's painted.
No, yeah, they're all painted. Well, I can't say they're all painted. The Brawl is painted. I agree. And to answer the question, do you think they'll make a better painted version like every other MS release? The initial MS releases are usually unpainted plastic, where these are releasing as fully painted. So, while I can't guarantee that they'll never, I mean, look at their Optimus. They've done how many different versions of him painted. So. Yeah, they probably if they went through the trouble of tooling these guys, I'm sure we're going to see other painted versions like Toy and then maybe Ruination or God knows what. But these, I can guarantee you, these are painted. So, it's just going to depend on what version you're going to want because you know, Magic Square is going to release other versions of this thing.
So when you say against MMC that these guys blew them out of the water, is it just proportions, articulation, all the above? What?
Articulation and the way they look and proportions and all of the above.
So
Okay.
gaps in the back of his legs. So if you look, Optimus Legends on YouTube has a transformation video for this figure. He just posted it today. So you can look at he'll do the full rotation and all that. But if you're thinking of any gaps or problems that are on the Legend scale figure, Magic Square has gone back and retooled these things to be up. It's not just an one-to-one upscale of their. Oh, is that no? That's
a gap. That looks hollow.
Is it?
I think so.
I think we're seeing things.
That's probably a reflection because the
I
other
don't know,
leg.
'cause there's a peg right here.
I don't know, and that could be a problem with the prototype. Who knows? But
Hey,
we'll
does that
see.
need to be? You had the little ones, right, Matt?
Yeah, I do.
Did it need to have the hollowness in the back of the leg?
I don't think so. I mean, he's in leg mode right now, and I'm not about to try to remember how to transform him. But you know, we can look up a video or something. But I don't seem to remember him needing the hollowness there. But we'll see. I can't believe that would be something other than just an error on the prototype.
I would be tremendously shocked if that has a whole.
Yeah.
So when's he come out?
Well, Magic Square is pretty fast, so if they post the pre-order today or yesterday or whenever it was, you can look for them probably within the month.
Okay. So not next week.
Probably
Like,
not next week.
In regards to being at TFCon.
I can't. I would be shocked if he was at TFCon, but stranger things have happened.
That's true. All right. Just because it also happens to be here on the TFW page. They have the direct line from John Warden. The guy's been with Hasbro for 25 years. And I'm not going to read this thing word for word, but you can catch this over on various Transformer sites right now, of course.
And on YouTube.
Yeah. This guy's worked on Transformers. He's worked on, G.I. Joe. He's worked on a lot of projects. 25 years touching on. So we've all bought stuff that this guy's worked on.
I mean, he brought World of Wars for Cybertron and all the co-engineering of these figures we've seen for the last 4 or 5 years to fruition. So I mean,
I think he did the high end, well, what they were calling high end Megazord.
The Zap, yeah, the Zord Action Project, the Zord Action Project.
Yeah, he's.
That Astro Megazord, which I still kind of want. He was very, very proud of that. And
I'm sure he will jump. He will be landing firmly on his feet very soon with another great company.
And that's the thing right now. I was almost ready to post in one of the groups that if Bobby Valla wanted to expand, now is his time because he could actually hire. There are these designers out there. But I mean, I remember when this happened. This happened last year? They were pulling people almost at random. People who, not even necessarily people who were slacking. Like there were people who were in the middle of projects that they just pulled them in the HR and said, "Sorry, you got tagged as part of the layoffs." And
real quick update while we're talking about this Aquatechie. I looked at Optimus Legends video real quick. That's either a trick of the light or a prototype issue because his version in the video is full, no hollow legs. They're full legs.
Oh, Matt, tell Becca I said hi.
She's digging into the ice cream.
That's I get it.
That's not a euphemism. She's got actual ice cream.
I know. Just, but this happens.
I mean, we're looking at there was about 100 people that were let go, which, at least I think that's what I read. Well, so I mean, it sucks that it happens. It's not as it wasn't as many. Not that there's any good number for this situation, but
were those all designers or just employees in general?
It didn't say. There was an article I put in the group chat, I think, that kind of went into the spin behind the layoffs, like a reorganization to try to streamline things.
But that's the thing. I mean, they're doing this move up, moving up to Boston. But the fact that there are people who have been established, veterans, people who are training the new staff on there, quality control. And again, people, like I said, who are probably one guy who was who did music for the G.I. Joe 40th. He was like in the middle of a project and he just had to shut everything down. And the worst part is they do this to make their numbers look better. That's the thing. It's third quarter. So all of a sudden, by doing this, they've now cut expenses for their fourth quarter to all of a sudden be,
Do those people care at all that they did this? Or are they just happy, oh, the numbers are good?
That's exactly what's going on right now. It's for their stockholders.
Yeah.
I am not a Hasbro. I am not a guy who's going to sit there and defend this company that I've spent money on. And I've said many a year, many a time that Hasbro doesn't owe us as a fan for anything because they're a business, and I get that. But
yeah, they it says here from the article that I sent, from toybook.com or thetoybook.com, they can reveal that fewer than 100 employees will be affected by the workforce reduction amid operational streamlining across the board. According to the company, these changes should increase speed to market by trimming at least 3 months of processes, empowering teams to make decisions, and to design to value. That's a key thing to hear about, which is to design with price in mind from the start. So if you are not wanting to pay $40 for a basic figure now, you can expect kind of like, if they're going to design for easy use and cost, things that may annoy you, like waffles or something like that, could be a little more evident. There could be less paint, more plastic for that, unless you want to pay for those deluxe prices for things.
We're going to be going back to Combiner Wars, basically.
So, yes.
And if you look at their Hasbro just did their third quarterly earnings. I hate to say this, the things that we collect, guys, like the Marvel Legends, the Star Wars and stuff, it actually is not. It's not even 10% of their market. It's not even 10% of their revenue. Plus, there's they're possibly of them losing the Disney license. Magic the Gathering right now is still probably one of their top money makers right now.
Yeah.
And then
you mean everything outside of Marvel? Star Wars.
Say again, T?
When you say Disney license, do you mean everything outside of Marvel and Star Wars?
Dave, you said they lost the Disney license. He's asking you for clarification.
Losing their Disney license, yes. So some Disney marketing. That's why some people were. There were some people who were rumoring that McFarlane and Hasbro were going to switch with the DC license. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that was like a rumor for a while.
Yeah. But
it's going to be very hard to say. But I think for us, as I hate to say, guys, adult collectors who enjoy buying kids' toys, it might be time to start reevaluating what and why you collect certain products. Are you collecting the product or the character? And again, that's the opinion.
Thing. You're saying that us as adult collectors are collecting kids' toys. Like, kids sure as shit aren't collecting them.
No, they aren't.
There's no kids in the toy aisles when they're there. I got to push away the other 40-year-olds to get to what I'm looking at. Here's the funny part
about that, because most of those figures, because of low distribution, are being bought by us.
Right. So, and that's that's Hasbro's problem is really that it's a digital age. It's screen time. It's Roblox. It's can't compete. We're the ones keeping them alive with our love of the old plastic.
Because Hasbro marketed to. I think I did a little conjecture about this a while ago. Us of the Xennial generation, or Generation X Xennial generation. We're passed over for everything. We're not the people that the car companies are going for. They're going after the millennials. We weren't. It was the boomers and the millennials that everyone marketed for. The 80s was the only time anything was ever marketed towards us. I would like to say.
Right,
That's
and then they took that
this
lightning in a bottle because of Ronald Reagan. They took that lightning in a bottle, and then they continued. Now to this day, they're continuing to cash dividends to it.
Yeah, and they're finally. But that's the thing. But now we have companies like Mayfex. We have companies like that we can get stuff that's
right. And that's the problem. When you're bridging the gap between, if Hasbro's selling a $35, $40 deluxe Marvel Legends figure on the shelf, when for another $20 or $30, you could pick up the Mayfex that's got double the paint, triple the articulation and all these other accessories, why the hell? Why wouldn't you just do that then? As their pricing gap closes, people got to look real hard and say, Hasbro had a good thing going for a while. SHF, as far as my collecting, fell flat once Black Series started to get in the real, what is it called, the photo reel, right? Because that was the reason to get SHF, because their faces were hyper realistic. And then Black Series came in and said, no, we can do that. But then if Black Series is creeping towards that SHF price, and SHF is going to give you the box of accessories with it, and for Christ's sakes, give us Jedi with gesturing hands, Hasbro, then
and an arm.
Why would I not just go for the import?
You've got an arm that can do this.
Right. And then all the Jedi come with two holding hands for their double fisting pleasure with one lightsaber and no male counterpart to go with them.
Yeah.
I think McFarlane would give up on DC because they've done good with that.
Well, I'm just saying there was, as I said, there was a rumor of that. I'm not saying it wasn't happening, but there was some people are thinking that might be doing a trade.
Dave, you just went full kung fu movie. Your mouth started moving, and then your voice was off by about 2 seconds. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I think we can all say that, because as what you were saying earlier, Matt, with imports and stuff coming in, Hasbro reacted poorly by a combination of things. One is they were beholden to a licensee and had to create some lines and figures that nobody wanted. Secondly, they kill themselves because they oversaturate the market because they don't give their waves enough time to actually breathe. So by the time even adult collectors with disposable income tries to find things that are either exclusive or just in big box stores altogether, two, they, because they're oversaturating themselves, they find their product going into clearance and then going into buyout stores like Ollie's, Ross, TJ Maxx, you name it. And thirdly, they continue to price themselves into a situation because they are spending so much revenue and stuff. I mean, looking at their third quarter earnings report, they're $3.4 billion in debt with $588 million in cash flow. The licensing for Disney was $225 million. That's telling. I mean,
right.
It's a non-sustainable thing because while yes, reports earlier this year, adult collectors are buying more toys than kids and blah, blah, blah. There's only so much that you can bleed from that rock, so to speak. So again, you got competition coming up as well from independent toy makers that are using the same factories that Hasbro uses. Right. They're just smaller, but they're producing stuff that is infinitely better because they're not beholden to shareholders and budget constraints and whatnot. I mean, Monster Force is just coming out and everyone is singing the praises of the deco on them. I mean, that in of itself is something that you haven't really heard a lot of from a Hasbro mainline retail figure. So,
I wonder too what the effect is on the collectors and the buying space of these figures when you have, and I know it's a smaller portion of the revenue stream, but I still wonder. I think it's safe to say now that we're in sort of the golden age of superhero and Star Wars fatigue. And I wonder how that reflects on their figures because, look, I mean, the Acolyte figures are on the shelf, Ahsoka figures are sitting on the shelf. Like the Marvel Legends, the anniversary figures are stacking up in the aisles that I see. And it just makes me wonder too, like, how is that affecting the sales and the excitement around new releases for these figures? I mean, especially when you get so saturated, like I know there are certain evergreen legacy characters that they like to always keep on the shelf. Your Spider-Mans, your Vaders, your Wolverines. But like, at what point do you re-release these versions of these characters so many times that, like, us that have been in collecting for, there's always new collectors, right? But that's not going to make up your market share. But we own every Spider-Man, conceivable Spider-Man figure that we want at this moment. So I don't know. I'd just be curious to see. But then you turn around and look at DC, and I don't know how they do distribution differently, but they've got it figured out to where multiverse figures are all over the shelf. And I don't pay a lot of attention to it, but I know I see new stuff all the time. All the time. So I don't know. I don't know what that means as far as figure collecting and what the excitement level is for people going out and looking for things on a shelf. I mean, I will continue to buy Star Wars stuff because I'm a Star Wars fan, but I also understand that there is a huge fatigue going on for all this stuff.
Read what I've got highlighted here.
I did, right, and they'll never vault it. It's too much money. Even the worst Star Wars thing they put out makes so much money in the long run to keep the brand
still
alive.
See Rogue One figures out every now and then.
Still see Rogue One. Hot Toys is circling back. They're releasing a Galen Erso, a brand new Galen Erso figure from Rogue One. Like and that movie's how old by now? That's one of the first projects Disney put out. So.
And to answer your other question on what's going to buy what, I mean, hold up that Prime you just you purchased again. How many of those do we have? How many Primes?
Right. At least with that, we can be. I don't know if I can get through this sentence seriously. I was going to say, at least with that, there are different versions, different transformation. There are different reasons to buy Optimuses. As I turn around and look at my 4 Magic Square MP Primes that are all the same recolor. Look. Do as I say, not as I do.
One thing you just said about the DC stuff being on the shelf. When I go to Target, I don't even see, like, half of the stuff I see in alleys. I'm like, I didn't even see these on the shelf. The Marvel Legends, like, I never saw a lot of them on the shelf. Like, what is going on with that? For the past couple of years, it's like Marvel Legends just have not been on the shelf at Target.
Well, I think the last big wave of stuff that I saw, other than finally this retro Iron Man wave, the last time I saw a lot of them was the Khonshu Build-A-Figure wave, which was the MCU What If wave with a little bit of WandaVision and everything else.
I was thinking Love and Thunder.
Well, Love and Thunder, again, it's more crap movie fatigue. If you want it, for me, the nails in the coffin, the one that specifically for Marvel Legends.
Eternal.
No, flat out. Eternal, whoever, first of all, Eternals was the worst thing that we were loving MCU, guys. We were loving it. We had Thor Ragnarok, we had Age of Ultron, Endgame, all that stuff. And then Eternals came in and just, I want to know who the hell greenlit that, because I do not know anybody under the age of 60 who's ever read an Eternals comic. They are not like, the Eternals were Marvel's equivalent of the New Gods, and nobody still knows who the fuck they are. Icarus was supposed to be Marvel's equivalent of Superman, yet nobody knows who the fuck he is. This is great for our monetization, I know, but
yeah,
all that it was this crazy artsy thing that.
Well, when you make these characters, and the twist is they're robots, you're not even going after the core story of the characters to begin with.
Now the Celestials are actually a big part of Marvel. I mean, that was the whole, and they could have done so much better because the Celestials were there was a dead Celestial in Guardians of the Galaxy. They had the shell of that, and they still haven't addressed the fact that there's a giant hand sticking out of the earth.
I think She-Hulk mentioned it and something else. Another thing destroyed them is, in the comics, from what I've seen of the Eternals, they all look unique. In this movie, they all had on the same gear. I was like, so you're going to release 9 or 10 toys that all look the same. And plain as hell, they look like Power Rangers you never heard of without masks.
But
And all they had was hands in the box.
yeah, but anyway, but I know I just completely tangented the part of, but still, Hasbro is now thinning down their designers. They're thinning down their production crews. They're thinning down so much of their U.S. team that makes the stuff, that designs the stuff. That, well, like this year's Marvel Legends was supposed to be some of the best Marvel Legends out for a while, and I've hardly seen. They haven't been at the stores. The Zabu wave, I think I saw it at GameStop once, and they only had 2 figures, type of thing. Like I never saw Cable ever in North Carolina, and period. What's his name? Darkheart, the Darkheart wave, that was fan channel only, not even touching the stores, which is stupid.
At GameStop, I went to 2 different GameStops in the past week, and both stores had the exact same new figures. I was like they would have like one of the Marvel Legends and one of the G.I. Joe. Like that's weird that they all have one of each of the new characters.
If you guys remember, we had Proto Man on the show last year and was talking about distribution, and he was kind of saying that, you know, Hasbro has this planned out years in advance, and it's all part of this big plan. And I got to tell you, like, I believe that to a point, but I think between COVID and distribution problems, like, you can't tell me it was their plan to develop a wave, have it never hit retail or hit it so infrequently that nobody ever sees it really. I mean, you know the waves that are hard to find, and then have it show up at Ollie's 6 months later at a bargain bin price. How many times have we seen postings on figures in the discount stores, the blowout stores, of stuff that never hit retail release, that are something that we never found? It's just, you can't tell me that was part of their plan. There's so much wrong with the way that things are distributed, that they go through all of this process to design, implement, and create these figures to have nobody be able to buy them. How many times have you seen people post in chats like, take my money for XYZ? We have money we want to give to you, and they just leave it on the table.
Target might have messed things up for people. They
Right.
get full waves of one character. From a video I was watching yesterday, they were saying like certain stores might just get like 500 Cyclops.
And that doesn't even make sense why they wouldn't just put a whole wave in boxes. Now I'm going to say this. No, this is not going to be the death of Hasbro in 5 to 10 years. Absolutely not. Because again, as much as the products we buy from Hasbro are the figures, again, things like Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, the board games, there's so many more things. Fucking Nerf. All right. That's the stuff that actually is driving their revenue. Problem is, once again, our stuff might be phasing down. We might be seeing things that are more cyberverse versus evolution. You know what I'm saying? The studio, it might be just studio and evolution, and you'll see 3 evolution figures to every 1 studio or whatever type of thing. That's the direction.
Joe had that came out around the Snake Eyes movie that had the single gender that was needed.
Stuff like that. And so the good news is we have our nostalgia. We have the characters that are beloved. We've got a pretty good representation of most of what we have, but if we might just have to finally say, hey, we're done with you guys. Best of luck with you. And embrace things like the independent toy scene. Embrace Monster Force. Embrace Action Force. Embrace whatever is coming out, independent robots, a design, your Astrobots. There's people who still want to take our money. Don't get me wrong. It just might not be. It might be more homages per se.
Right.
They
Right.
licensed G.I. Joe characters to Bobby finally.
Well, there's the big thing. Licensing. Licensing is Playmates is doing it, or Nickelodeon is doing that. You've got more turtles than you will ever have any choices for. And I don't think I've heard of anybody saying turtle fatigue right now. As an example. That's just as an example. They've licensed Power Rangers now to Playmates. I'm very curious of how that direction is going to go, to be honest. Especially if they can make me a Zord as good as they made a Voltron. I might not be buying another set of Mighty Morphin Rangers, but at the same time, as the Zords are good, dude, I like Zords, as you can see here. And these are the old style, no articulation, just move the arm. I love that stuff. Putting vehicles together. I love combiners. And licensing is a big thing. Maybe they might actually license Mask to Ramen for all we know, so they can at least get a cut of the pie. But only time will tell. But I think we should just kind of see some of the writing on the wall, per se, of the direction of our beloved hobby. So Venombite says, if that happens, I'm done. You might be done, but you'll find some other. I mean, it's not like we don't have other stuff to buy.
Right. It's just you got to pick another lane at that point. What else? What comes close? I mean, like I said, third party 1/12 scale is a booming industry right now. You can get Resident Evil adjacent figures. You can get Dragon Ball Z adjacent figures. Like there's just everything is being accounted for almost at this point. If it's something that was popular, someone's making a figure of it at some point.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm here for. I don't have to have it say officially licensed, Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil. I just want the damn thing to look like Leon and so on my shelf. I don't need to put the friggin' seal of approval from the company on behind it on the shelf. I don't care. And if no one's going to give it to me, or the company that was going to give it to me washed up or whatever, like, go to who's offering it.
So, is NECA line dead? Haven't seen any figures at Comic-Con.
Like that show didn't have sprawling cast. Like it's a finite list of characters that they can pull from. I wonder if they're just sort of like going to scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Here's the thing, just because we're talking, we're tangenting, guys. We are 100% tangenting. I don't care. Especially because we've lost 2 people here for some reason.
Or T is assimilating all of us.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Skibidi dup.
All right. That's right, guys. All figure action players look alike.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I'm here just my back hurts.
Oh, okay.
And he doesn't want us to see him suffering. What a brave spirit.
So if the Turtles line shows, if NECA will embrace everything they can get out of a license, as we have now seen. They're pulling things from Turtles that
they're about to bring me back with the 2012.
Well, I'm just talking about the regular cartoon line. They're in the comics, the Archie comics of the original G1 Turtles per se. But Gargoyles, it's also a Disney license as well. So who knows? I'm still trying to figure out how they threaded that one through, to be honest. I mean, I don't know if you're going to get I don't know if, for example, you're going to get a version of the Pack. If you're going to get Macbeth or anything like that. Yes, I really did enjoy Gargoyles, by the way, back in the day.
Yeah, it was a good show. It's one of those shows that holds up.
But honestly, if they stopped right now, they've got they got the main cast. You got the main Gargoyles. You got Xanatos. You got some Steel Clan.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Xanatos. And the mech Xanatos.
Yeah. They gave Xanatos the red Steel Clan uniform.
But you got everybody.
Yeah, you got the main stuff, and the rest of you said is like the stuff from the one season here, that season there, that season there. So,
well, and that's the other part too, is that if you're dealing with an IP that has a kind of limited cast or a limited amount of characters that can come out, that doesn't like the line can end successfully. It's not like once they start a line, it needs to be perpetual until the apocalypse. Like, and they just kind of rehash the same figure over and over. If they reach a stopping point, they can they can sunset the line until something more comes out and then go back and revisit it. Doesn't necessarily mean they weren't selling well or that they're not good figures. They just, God forbid, we're done. It's like a TV show that actually ends their run on a high note instead of drawing it out for another 6 seasons to make content and make the story shit.
so.
Give examples.
Hmm?
I said, don't give examples.
Okay, we won't give examples.
Lost. I did it. I gave an example. But
Actually,
anywho.
yeah. Anyway, so there's other toys here we could talk about for a little bit if we wanted to.
Run it by.
Let me get on here. Let's catch up with one of I think probably one of the more fun things that's been going on with the toy industry, and that's Big Bad Toy Store doing these daily sales. They have done some fun. They brought some fun things out here, guys. We just got ourselves a new Monster Force exclusive, so that's $40. Jesus.
Let's put that in the stage.
Oh, I don't have the screen up. Do I have the screen up?
There you go.
Thank you, Matt. Well, first of all, I wish Jada Toys would put more than 2 figures at a Target in general, but fortunately, you can get Jada Toys from a lot of e-tailers anyway, such as Big Bad Toy Store, such as Hella Dope Toys, Entertainment Earth, Nerdzoic. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to support your independent dealer. Mike, are you still out there?
No, he's muted. And
Oh, I was trying to find out if he got any if he was getting any of these Monster Force figures.
Hold on, he's calling me. This is Mike. I think they're bloody brilliant. I'm going to get all of them. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. This is, as you can see, it's one of the vampires on here. I mean, these are definitely cool in concept. It's just, again, if this was $30, I could probably pull it off. I can't do this for $40.
why not? Come on.
Well, let's see. Where's the accessory? The picture, the money shot picture.
Oh, he's got a lot of stuff.
All the stuff. Okay, so
you are getting a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but it's. I mean,
look. Take your eyes and look at this through the lens of Classified. What would Classified sell this pack as?
$35.
40 or 50, right? With all
Not
that stuff. Two head sculpts and a helmeted, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons plus accessory packs plus 6 alternate hands plus blast effects.
I think Hasbro would, because of the heads, they would bump it to 40. Once they do multiple head sculpts, they make that seem like they cost a lot.
Yeah, you're talking. This is at bare minimum $40 Hasbro release.
Let me point a couple of things though. Believe it or not, though, I actually don't like this because, especially after getting that GI Joe, not that Legacy Joe soldier that had just all the armor pieces. I'm just really worried that a lot of those pieces will just fall off the figure.
Yeah, and there's something to be said too about like accessory count versus usability. Like when Mezco releases some figures that has like 6 different little tiny grenades, like okay, like does anybody actually pose their figures with these tiny, hard to see accessories? Besides, outside of a picture, maybe I don't think anyone's using them. But you're right.
Yeah, there's like these small pieces here. I think this could have been condensed. I think this could have been condensed to a more efficient figure. So, I'm not discounting. I'm not saying that this is not a bad figure by far. This looks absolutely gorgeous. This paint looks amazing. It's just it's like I said, I can't do it.
Yeah. And the Titan has a point. He says this isn't Hasbro, so things may not actually fall off.
And compared to Mythic Legion, that's cheap.
Well, don't get me started on Mythic Legions right now. After that Frankenstein figure, I get the appeal, but it's also Mythic Legions isn't for me. We do get a Kotobukiya exclusive pumpkin spice poison ivy.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I told you this when we were talking about the silhouettes.
No, I mean, but I didn't see it. This is not a silhouette. This is an actual picture. I didn't.
You gonna get it?
I'm not gonna get it. I'm trying to stay out of Kotobukiya, even though I just said that out loud. But I just hit my pile of loot, the Kotobukiya Mega Man Zero model kit. So fuck me, whatever.
That's a statue. This is no. You're fine. Model kit.
It's a model kit. It's the only representative of Zero that you can possibly get that will fit in with my Mega Mans.
Don't you have a statue, Matt?
No. Keep rolling. Yeah, I've got the Morgan.
Oh, never mind. Raising his head at only about $100 more than he first came out. Omega Supreme has returned.
This is a Hasbro one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get him, but he's coming out next year, right?
I'll have to get back. I mean, I didn't hate this by far by its design. It's just again space and price. I think this is probably one of the best looking Omega Supremes ever made, to be honest.
Yeah, officially. My only reason why I didn't get it is I think he came out like a few years after the Fans Toys one I have.
Exactly.
I retract that, Dave. It's not a Kotobukiya Morgan that I've got. I was sitting there thinking that doesn't sound right. It's a Max Factory. It's a pop-up parade.
But I think it's cool. It's Omega Supreme. If you missed him the first time, he's back. I knew that we knew we were getting a Legion of Doom.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious from the silhouettes.
I don't know I'd be spending $100 for.
Well, aren't they rubbery, non-posable figures?
Exactly.
Hmm.
I mean,
yeah, I'm not sure what the draw is there.
They're painted better than the original figure.
What a rush! And I think
my cousin had all of them when I was little.
And then two exclusive reactions of the Grimlock and Unicron.
Which I don't know. What's the difference in these things?
Are
they different, slightly different hue?
He looks kind of shiny.
Yeah, but look at the pictures of the Unicron. It looks like it's just the Super 7 exclusive release with the box. Like that doesn't look any different.
I think it's to get the foam box here. It's the box.
Well, but again, the Unicron is the Super 7 exclusive. So, I mean, I don't see how it's different than. Yeah, click into that and click over to the box art. It's the one that they offered through their website. So I'm not sure what the difference is here.
I mean, for $30, you can get yourself a 3.5-inch Unicron.
I mean, it's a cool presentation, and I like the draw of having it in an original style G1 box for a figure they never produced. Like, it's really cool, but I already bid on it when it was in the blister pack. So
yeah,
he's bigger than 3-inch, right, Matt?
Yeah, he's let me see. I've got him. Where is he? He's here somewhere.
It's around 5-inch.
He's 5 or 6 inches tall. Like it's not a standard Super 7 reaction.
Yeah, I never opened mine yet.
It's I never opened mine either, but he's one of the big boys.
And I think, cool. And I think that now we're caught up on the.
Yeah.
I think we still have 2 more to go to. I'm saying this is probably going to be an Acid Storm or a Sunstorm right here.
Yep.
I am hoping that one of these is a Make Toys Color Series Seeker.
Well, we'll find out because they are revealed tomorrow, guys.
That was a
Both
joke.
of them.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to be Acid Storm or something. I think those have been officially revealed or something else.
I'm just saying that's my
The shoulders on the one on the right look like they look like either like Cyclonus shoulders or it reminds me of the what was it, the MMC the retool of Cyclonus, what shit, I can't remember what it was.
Reminds me of Dreadwing or something.
You mean their
right,
Death's
right, yes, yeah, like that's what those shoulders remind me. I'm sure I'm way off. I'm sure they wouldn't partner with a third-party company to do
for
this.
that one specifically, it makes me think of, for some reason, the Stormbringer version of Thunderwing.
Thunderwing, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, right.
Which I always wanted that. I think it was called the God version of it, the GOD, because it actually had like all three forms of Thunderwing it could do.
I'm wondering if that one on the left is a Gundam.
This?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Seeker.
You think? It's got a sword though.
No, it doesn't.
What is
That's
that sticking at the bottom?
I think that's wings.
They could be scabbards. Doesn't that MDLX one have that?
Yeah, but that doesn't look like the MDLX wings, and it doesn't have those. It doesn't look like it's got those giant feet. Maybe it does.
I'm just saying, we'll find out.
And the shoulder pylons don't look right. And what is that jutting up to the top of the picture? Like, I have questions.
Those right there. Those look like the Those look like the pylons.
Then what is
There's
that jutting up to the left? The tip of the wing?
Yeah, that's the tip of a wing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever that is doesn't have wings at all.
We'll find out 2 p.m. Central Time tomorrow.
Well, we know that the MDLX Sunstorm and Acid Storm are coming back around for release because they were supposed to be solicited and pre-ordered back during the convention. The listings went up on BBTS, and then the listings got removed. And we just saw, I saw actually on Sony's page posting that they are going to be reposted. So maybe they are. Maybe that is what both of these things are. I don't know. Maybe that's what they held them off for this celebration thing, this BBTS wank off.
Well, I mean, I think this Omega Supreme I can't remember if this is just through BBTS, or
I'll tell you what, I can answer this right now because I'm going to go look at the
Yeah, I think Omega Supreme is going to be everywhere except stores.
So
I'm going to see because they posted retail shots, the product shots. And if they would have just taken one of the already posted shots and just silhouetted it, then it's going to be really obvious. So I'm just scrolling back to see if I can get those pictures. Here we go. So let me see.
Harry, Matt, Harry.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Go back to the silhouette real quick, please.
just for you.
So scroll down.
It doesn't let me open it up or anything.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Look, here's the picture unsilhouetted. Look, that's exactly what it is.
It's an MDLX. Okay, it's an MDLX.
Yeah, it's going to be both of them. It's going to be acids. And
Or
I'm
maybe
sure
it could be
somebody's
another.
already figured this out, but it's
Breaking news from Partsformer and FigureAction.
Yep,
Or maybe
that's
it's
what
one of
it
the
is.
other Rainmakers.
No, it's going to be the two that I already have in development. It's going to be the two that I already
Okay.
have developed.
Or watch it be, was it Nacelle?
No, that would be something. But yeah,
could it be Red Wing?
No,
Like that Target one.
it's Acid Storm and Sunstorm for sure.
Okay.
In fact, I'll bet I can even find that Acid Storm.
I called it being a seeker. Matt argued with me about it being a seeker. It
And
turned out to be a
proved myself. In fact, look, there it is. There's the other picture.
Aw.
yeah.
No, don't have to Tune in at 2 p.m.
Good call,
Yep.
Matt.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Breaking
Back
news,
show.
So you guys,
y'all.
you 26 people, you guys 26 viewers who've been watching this, and for those of you who are catching the replay squad, because we appreciate you very much. We figured it out before Big Bad Toy Store did.
Tell everybody
we watched. Sorry, 25 viewers. We lost a viewer from that. Man,
Nope,
I'm sorry.
yeah, you bullied him. So I'm going to suggest, though, that because Dave is going to, when we wrap up the show, Dave is going to go through the call to actions, right? The like, subscribe, and all that. But I'm going to say you guys will get more out of our show if instead of, we want you to subscribe, tell a friend to subscribe. Instead of liking this video by clicking the like button, I want you to use your tongue. I want you to get in there, and I want you to use your tongue to click the like button on whatever device it is that you are watching us from, and really, really get in there and taste the rainbow.
We actually,
First, I thought you said use your toe.
I'm going to say this. No, we're not doing a lot of New York Comic Con coverage because, to be honest, every other YouTube channel has talked about it all week.
Yeah, we'd be here all night.
We would be here all night. I mean,
I think
We're
Junkion Crafts and Builds talked about that yesterday.
and tired.
yeah. So
A
I want
little
to say that I
crunchy.
can't talk about. I don't want to say it's not worth talking about. I mean,
We liked all the things.
we liked all the things.
We're going
Except
to buy
for-
some of the things,
Let's
and we're
look-
not going to buy most of the other things.
We did talk about the Transformers from that reveal.
Yeah, but we're primarily a Transformers show. It's fine.
Hey, Mike's back.
And goodbye,
Hi,
everybody.
Hi. What I miss? Anything fun?
One question: did you order any of? We figured out the last two silhouettes from the Big Bad Toy Store thing, and the last question is: Are you getting any of the actual Monster Force figures?
Yes.
Okay.
There are some that were shipped with the first package, and then there's a second package that's supposed to arrive Saturday.
Okay.
That has like the Van Helsing figure and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm interested in it. I saw the new the other exclusive that was put out today. So yeah, I'm curious to see what they're like. Like I said, there's been a lot of praise about them from the community standpoint, not just the influencers. So that gives me a little more confidence when I actually see people that aren't monetized talking about it on their groups. So
But we were just basically saying we're not really in the New York Comic Con stuff because everyone else has been talking about it. You probably talked about it all last night. So
yeah, but there's really some cool stuff. I
absolutely.
know we already talked amongst ourselves about the Sentinel and who was interested and who wasn't interested in it. No, I don't mean to.
I know.
Nope, we don't got to talk about it. The Sentinel is awesome. If you got the money, get it.
Yeah, I'll just say this. I think the Sentinel is just the oversized version of the 2-pack that just came out a couple months ago. Except it has the hands of the first of the HasLab one.
Okay.
And like I said, I didn't order it because it's a animation 97 stuff. If it was like comic one, I would have absolutely bought a pair.
Okay.
And
yeah, Mezco stuff's cool. The Mayfex Jubilee looks really awesome.
Mayfex Jubilee.
Yes. That came up for pre-order this week.
Okay.
She does look really good.
This is why we need you here.
Sorry.
We're running out of steam.
Oh, well,
The Mayfex Jubilee looks like
yeah. And you know there's a lot of stuff again. Mezco stuff. I know most of us don't really catch a lot of it, but I mean some of the stuff like the Doc Savage, the Pulp Fiction type of stuff with that and Doc Nocturnal looking awesome.
Oh yeah, Art
Really
the Clown
cool.
was submitted. Yeah.
Yeah. We already talked about Series 5. Did you guys see the coloring book? that Valaverse is putting out at RICC?
Thanks to you, yes.
Oh yeah. So our good friend Quentin J. Bedwell was doing a lot of doing a little side project for Valaverse, and they're putting out a coloring book that's going to be first available. But all right, but this Jubilee, again, it's cool. I like it. Whoever argues that says, oh well, you know, the soft goods for the coat, it's not leather. Screw you. This is probably the better the better version of it to have, other than the pleather version that's, you know, we know it's going to degrade over time. That part I don't know. Why are the big swooshes?
Do her effects look like that in the comics?
No.
No.
Yeah,
That looks like Gambit leftover accessories.
Yeah, I like that they're different from Hasbro, but yeah, I expected fire.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I wish they would show, and again, these promo images are probably just that promo. I'm hoping there's some shading put on there, because that yellow is going to be really kind of distracting to the point. So I'm hoping like there's some definition in the shorts and the blouse that she'll have on, similar to what we see with the Mafex Daredevil that's going to be coming out. So
Are the other X-Men shaded?
I mean, I'm trying to remember what they have already out. I mean, Gambit itself, Gambit himself didn't have, you know, with all the color breakup, he kind of had his own little bit of texture. Storm, with the 90s version, she's got pearlescent white for like the boots and belt and stuff, and gloves, I think. And then the other is like regular white plastic or paint, whatever. But not a lot of shading on her, except for her hair. They have like kind of a bluish hue. So anyway, check it all out, guys, with what you want for Mafex. But there's a lot of stuff that was obviously revealed in New York Comic Con across a lot of things. I mean, what else? I don't know if you guys didn't get the M. Bison Player 2, but that I got a BBTS thing saying that that's going to be coming in shortly. And DJ and Cammy are showing up on the West Coast. So hopefully Jaded Distribution is catching up, because as we talked about a couple of weeks ago with Storm Collectibles, they look pretty good if you like the alpha. So we'll see. But the reason I was going back with Valaverse and Series 5 is coming out. Obviously, Dave got his tracking notice, which is awesome. But the other thing that was not on the website for pre-order, but is going to be available, I think, here between Rhode Island Comic Con and Legions Con, is going to be those head and hand packs that he showed at DFW. So I'm curious to see what is going to be up there, and grab a bunch of stuff, as well as talking to our usual gallery of people at Legions Con. So anyway, more stuff to come after Halloween and TFCon.
So so that's a big thing. We got TFCon coming up. We've got Halloween coming up. Rhode Island Con's coming up. You got Legions Con coming up. We got a lot of cons coming up. And so hopefully, if you haven't Junkion, I know is going to be at a lot of them. T-Man's going to be at a lot of them. So definitely be hitting their socials on them. They should hopefully have some pictures and videos. Please remember, next week we are taking hiatus for the.
Go ahead, dude.
Okay.
I'll wait till you're done.
Oh. We are taking a hiatus for the holiday. So, Mike, go ahead.
So I kind of mentioned it last night on the stream and on my channel, but I have a date for the 1K celebration. I just gotta get the guest list finished up with things. But Labor Day, the 11th of November at I think 9:00, I'll do my 1K celebration stream with we've got the giveaways, including giving away a Vanguard, as well as some other cool stuff. Hopefully have some really cool guests, and then, you know, these guys too, I guess, if they want to come in.
I'll show up.
So
you know I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to get it done. Actually, it's just trying to get, like I said, the date set up for the guests. Did I say Labor Day? Thank you, McLaren. Veterans Day. Excuse me. I'm all jacked up. So we got that.
So hit your notification bell, subscribe to everybody, subscribe to us, and most importantly, as always, until next time, take care.
Stop looking at my hooters.
See you.
Yeah.